Okay, I'm kind of going out on a limb here today. Hey, everybody, this is Carl White. You are listening to Loan Officer Freedom, number one podcast for loan officers in the country. And thanks to all the great reviews, I really thoroughly appreciate it. I love reading each one of them, and I do read each one of them, and thank you. All right, I'm going a little bit on a limb today. This is going to sound perhaps a little wacky. You might think, Carl, you've been tipping a bottle or something, or sitting around the campfire smoking a special cigar or something uh, on this topic. But this is a really big deal. Uh, I got the idea of this listening to a very dear friend of mine, Dean Jackson. Been a good friend for a very long time. And he was talking about this the other day, and I cannot get it out of my head. You ever have a song that you just keep hearing over and over and over? I've been hearing this one, and here's the idea. So you kind of got to listen in on this one a little bit and kind of pay attention. So what Dean said was, he said, Carl, make today a great yesterday tomorrow. Make today a great yesterday tomorrow. So you go, all right, Carl, what in the heck are you talking about? So this might sound a little funny at first, but I really think it could change, or it did for me, change the way that you plan your day, or it changed the way I plan my day. And here's the idea behind this. Work on today because you want today to be a great yesterday tomorrow. Let me say that again one more time. Work on today because you want today to be a great yesterday tomorrow. Now, this might sound like one of those things that you see like on a coffee mug or a sticky note, but I really want you to think about this for a second. Because you see, tomorrow morning, today is going to be yesterday. So, like when tomorrow morning gets here, and you or I are looking back on today, we're going to have a different feeling about it, right? We're either going to say, wow, that was a pretty good day yesterday. I did what I said I was going to do. I made progress. I showed up. I handled the important stuff. Or we're going to say, dang it, I let another one slip by. And that right there reframes the entire planning question. See, most loan officers wake up and ask, what do I have to do today? Not a bad question, but I think there's a better one. And here it is. What would make today a great yesterday by tomorrow? It's a different question, isn't it? Because now we're not just making a to-do list, we're making a decision. We're deciding what kind of day do we want to look back on. And for loan officers, this is a really big deal because in our business, it's very easy to confuse being busy with being productive. I mean, you can spend, God knows I have, all day answering emails. You can spend all day putting out fires. You can spend all day checking rates and checking files and checking messages and checking social media and scrolling social media and clicking social media, leaving comments on social media, thinking it's actually doing something, checking our phone, checking everything. And at the end of the day, I know when I've done that, I'm tired, right? And sometimes I even feel like I worked. You might even feel like you worked hard, but then tomorrow comes and you look back at yesterday and you realize I didn't really move the needle at all. I was busy, but I didn't create anything. I didn't create. And what do you mean by creating anything? I didn't create a referral. I didn't create a new relationship. I didn't create a new appointment. I didn't create a new opportunity. I just reacted all day. And look, I'm not saying that there's not things that need to be handled, right? There are. Files need attention, borrowers need help, agents need updates, your team needs answers. I get it. But and that's part of the business. But the problem is if we're not careful, we let the urgent stuff take over the important stuff. Well, you've heard that before. And when we let the urgent stuff take over the important stuff, then we look back and wonder why our pipeline is this inconsistent. We wonder why we have big months and little months, or maybe just a bunch of little months. We wonder why we feel like we're starting over all the time. And I can tell you why. By the way, I'm waving out the window here to my grandson and the lovely Mrs. White just walking by my window here outside. It's a great season. I'm just telling you. A little off track there, but it's a great season. So let's see, where was I? I wonder. Oh, I remember. I wonder why we feel like we're starting over all the time. Like I just got my mind off track, right? But I tell you why. It's because we didn't protect the activities today that would have made today a great yesterday tomorrow. Now, here's what I mean by all that. A great yesterday for loan officers usually has a few things in it. It's got some prospecting, it's got some follow up, it's got some real referral partner activity in it, it's got some past database activity in it. It's got something in it that plants seeds for future loans, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, most of the time, it's not complicated at all. I found that my best plans, my best yesterdays were simple activity. It's like making the call, sending the text, following up on the pre-approved borrower who hadn't found a house yet. It's calling the real estate agent that I've been meaning to connect with. It's checking in with the past client. It's giving a Tuesday update call that makes the agent say, "Wow, that Carl is really on top of things." It's doing the little things today that the future you is going to be thankful for, right? That's what this is really all about. Like it's about doing today that the future you will thank you for, for tomorrow. Because tomorrow's you is either going to say thank you or come on, dude, come on, sister. Why did you do that? Why did you do it? Right? And I know we've all had that feeling. We've all had those days where at the end of the day and thought, I know what I should have done. I just didn't do it. And I know for me, usually it's not because I didn't know what to do. That's really the problem. I wish that was a problem. Most loan officers don't have a knowing problem. They have a doing problem, right? They know they should call agents. They know they should follow up. They know they should stay in touch with their database. They know they should ask for referrals. They know they should be blocking prospecting time, tracking activities. They know they should be being what, like more, like just more intentional. So the issue usually isn't information. The issue usually is implementation, and implementation happens today, not some days, not when rates get better, not when the market gets easier, not when things calm down, not when the file closes, not when the underwriter stops asking for one more condition, but today, right? That's the only place implementation happens today. And that's why when Dean made this phrase, I just loved it. Make today a great yesterday tomorrow, because it brings everything back to today. Now, let me give you a simple way of thinking of this. Before your day really gets going, like very first thing in the morning, ask yourself this question. This is what I've been asking myself the last few mornings. When I wake up tomorrow and look back on today, what would make me proud? What would make me happy? What would give me the great sense tomorrow? Not what would make me look busy, not what would make me feel comfortable, not what would help me avoid rejection, but what would make me proud, right? Proud of myself. And I'm guessing for most loan officers, I know for me, it goes something like this. I made my calls, I followed up by my referral partners, I reached out to my past clients, I asked for the appointment, I made the offer, I had the conversation, I did the thing I said I was going to do. That's a great yesterday. Now, notice I didn't say a perfect yesterday. That's important. We're not chasing perfect days here. We're not chasing perfection. Perfect days, I've had them. They're rare, right? Stuff happens, files blow up, people cancel, rates move, borrows go sideways, agents call with emergency. I mean, that's just life in the mortgage business. So the goal is not perfection. The goal is progress, right? The goal is to be able to look back and say, even with everything that happened, I still did the important stuff. That's winning. That's discipline. That's how you build consistency. And consistency is what wins the business. That's what helps people create $1 million years of income here in the mortgage business, right? Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tip so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Yeah, consistency is what builds business, not hype, not motivation, not rah rah, not a great idea. Uh, I mean, all those things help, but consistency is what changes your business. So when we say make today a great yesterday tomorrow, what we're really talking about is consistency. We're talking about putting the right activities into today so tomorrow doesn't become another reminder of what we should have done. Let me give you another thought. Most regret is created by avoiding something that probably was only going to take a few minutes. Let me say that again. Most regret is created by avoiding something that was probably only going to take a few minutes. Isn't that crazy? I mean, the call that I know that I've avoided may have taken like 3 minutes, right? The text that I didn't send may have taken 30 seconds. The email I kept putting off might have taken 5 minutes, right? The agent follower that I skipped maybe would have taken, if I'd have just taken 1 minute less time scrolling on Facebook, I'd have gotten it done. But when we avoid those little things, they get heavier. They sit in the back of our mind. They create stress, guilt, sometimes shame. I hate shame. Shame's a nasty tool, right? It creates feelings of being behind. And then tomorrow, we don't just have tomorrow's work, but we got yesterday's regret, right? That's no way to live. That's no way to work our business. It's not a good way to run a mortgage business. So here's the move: pick a few simple things that would make a great yesterday, not 20 things. That's what I want you to really get out of this. This does not take a lot. It's not a giant list that no human being could ever finish. It's just a few things, maybe three. For example, like number one, call 5 real estate agents that had 8 buyer sides or more and that I've worked with in the past. Maybe they're a listing agent, maybe they're a buying agent. And if you're just getting started and don't know anybody, go to your local title company, take a list of qualified agents, say who on here is the nice people, call them, call 5 of them. Number two, follow up with every pre-approved borrower who's still out there shopping. I don't care if it's been a day, a week, a month, or a year. Follow up and see where they're at. Number three, call 3 past clients and ask who you should be introduced to. Call 3 past clients and ask them who you should know, who you should be introduced. Who do you know that I should know? That's it. If you do those 3 things today, with like I'm convinced that tomorrow would be a day you'd be proud of today. You'd be proud of yourself today. Now imagine doing that again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. That's how momentum's built, not by one giant heroic day. Hey, I did it, and I had 20 realtors show up to this one day and this one thing. That's awesome, right? Nothing wrong with that. Everything right about that. But it's about stacking a bunch of good yesterdays together. That's what creates a great month. A great month is just a collection of well used days. A great year is just a collection of well used months. And a great career, and I've had one, it's just a collection of well used years. But it all starts with today. And that's why today matters so much. So, yeah, today might not feel so dramatic. It might not feel like the day that changes everything. But today is the day where seeds get planted. Today is where the calls get made, the relationships get strengthened, the appointments get set, the follow up happens. Today is today is where you prove that you're going to be the one to do what you say you're going to do, right? You're going to be the one to say, I started it yesterday. Because one thing I have found is like when we keep promises to ourselves, our confidence goes up. When I break promises to myself, oh, I hate that. Right? My confidence shrinks. So a lot of loan officers think confidence happens before the activity. They say, hey, when I'm more confident, I'll make the call. I'm telling you right now, that's backwards. Confidence comes from activity. Confidence comes after doing the activity. Confidence comes from keeping the promise. Confidence comes from like looking back at yesterday saying, I showed up, I did it. So if you want more confidence tomorrow, do the activity today. Make the calls today. Ask for the referral today. Ask for the do the follow up today. Schedule the coffee appointment today. Yeah, tomorrow's confidence is built by today's behavior. Now, I know somebody might be listening to this thinking, Carl, I get it, but I'm buried. I've got files, I've got conditions, I've got people needing me. Look, I understand, I really do. But let me like lovingly push back a little bit. You cannot let your current files become the reason you don't create your future files. That's how loan officers get on the roller coaster, right? Up a month and down a month, and up a month and down a month. They get busy with files, so they stop prospecting. Then those files close and the pipeline gets thin, and then they panic and start prospecting again. Then they get busy and stop again, up and down, month after month, sometimes year after year, and that's exhausting. Been there, done that. Right? It's also unnecessary. So the way off that roller coaster is to protect a little bit of time each day for future business. It doesn't have to be all day, right? It doesn't even have to be half the day, but it's got to be a set amount of time and it's protected because if it's not protected, if it's not blocked off and you put an iron wall around it, it'll get stolen. Something will always come up. Somebody will always need something. There's always an email. There's always a file. There's always a distraction. So you have to decide ahead of time what are the activities that make today a great yesterday. And then when you do those first and you put a time block for them, that's when you start sleeping better, right? That's when your spouse or your mate or your family or even yourself looks back at you and say, I'm proud of you. Because even if the day wasn't perfect, you know you did the right things. You know you moved the needle. You know you planted the seeds. You know you didn't let the whole day get hijacked. And it feels good, right? It feels peaceful, gives me momentum. So, all right, let's bring that back around here just real quick. Tomorrow morning, today will be yesterday. Can't stop that. The only question is, what kind of yesterday will it be? Will it be a day you're proud of? Will it be a day that you made progress? Will it be a day where you planted seeds? Will it be a day where you said you were going to do that you did what you said you was going to do? Or will it be yet another day you'll say, I'll start tomorrow? And listen, I say this I say this with a good old big southern hug. Don't make tomorrow carry the weight of what you were supposed to do today. Tomorrow has its own job, right? Today has a job. So let's do today's job today. Make the call, send the message, follow up, ask for appointment, ask for referral, update the agent, touch the database. Work on the things that create future closings because today is about to become yesterday. And tomorrow, make sure I got this right. Yeah. And tomorrow, you're going to have to live with what you did today. Let's make it a good one. Actually, let's make it a great one. Make today a great yesterday tomorrow. All right, Carl, where are you going with all this? Hey, look, if you're listening to this and thinking, Carl, I need help with this. Heck, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this, make sure I got it right? Because it can sound confusing, but it's a very simple idea, actually. And you might be saying, hey, Carl, I need some help with this. I know what to do, but I just need the structure, the accountability. And by the way, accountability with respect. And maybe you need some help with some scripts, the plan to do it consistently. That's exactly why we created the Alliance. So in the Alliance, Jimmy and myself, we help loan officers do the right activities consistently. And we learn stuff, but it's not just about learning new stuff. It's not just about collecting ideas, but actually doing it, actually implementing it. We help you to know who to call, what to say, how to follow up, how to track it, how to build a business that doesn't depend on luck or hope or waiting for rates to magically fix everything. We do it with like accountability, engagement, and a whole bunch of practical tools that you can use. So if you'd like to take a look to see what we're doing inside the Alliance, just go to alliancenextlevel.com. That's alliancenextlevel.com. Schedule a quick conversation with us. That link will take you to a spot, put in a little information, and then it'll take you to a calendar, and we'll show you what's working. right? We'll show you what our members are doing, and we'll show you how we can, you know, I believe how we can help you close even more loans. So anyway, hey, thanks for being with me today. Go make today a great yesterday tomorrow. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, let's go make a great yesterday tomorrow. So I'll talk to you when you call in. I'll see you on the next episode of Loan Officer Freedom. Thanks again, everybody. Bye bye.